Good morning, everybody. This is Marius, Landman from Australia, and today is 15 August 2019. It is almost about 9:30 a.m. in the morning here. We are quickly going to go through cryptocurrencies, and I'm going to discuss Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, EOS, Neo, Digibyte, and XRP. And then we are going to get back into Bitcoin and we're going to discuss what is happening with Bitcoin at the moment. So let's have a look here at Litecoin. Litecoin is almost near perfectly following this line here that we have, which is the algorithm line. See this dark blue or purple line that we have here? Let me just move that and you can see that. We saw here from the bottom that Litecoin went upwards there, it went sideways downwards, and then it had a high point there, exactly at that point there, around about 108, 109. And then we had this bit of a drop here downwards here to this bottom point here, to this B point. Now remember, we always said that it's going to follow an A, B, a C correction, and that point there must be lower than the point A. I am expecting that the lowest point here is below $60 for Litecoin. And remember, guys, that you will notice on the live webinars that I've said and discussed it that I have placed orders. Anything under $60 Litecoin, I am going to buy as much as I can on that level. What I do expect is that we are going to have another day or two downwards momentum. And don't get fixated too much on the price, guys. We can go to $67, $70. It can go as low as 58. Somewhere in that region is where the low point is going to be. The good thing is, look at this heartbeat. We are now almost halfway through our heartbeat sign. When this market moves a little bit more downwards and then comes strongly upwards here, and that will coincide, I believe, with what Bitcoin is going to do. So once we have this move upwards here into that level there, this is almost where Bitcoin reaches about 18, 19, or $20,000 in that region. At that point there, we're going to have another bit of a drop here, sideways, a bit of a fake breakout there, a bit of a drop here, and then we're off to the races where we are going to make 1,000% gain. This all could happen in the stem of approximately, let's say, about 4 weeks. Now remember, guys, here our 53-day algorithm cycle ends here on 10 December 2019. Could that break happen on that time? Yes, I believe it can. Ethereum exactly the same as Litecoin. You can see here that this blue line here, that blue algorithm line, the one that you see on your screen there, that is the line that we are following. It went up, it went down, sideways, it went upwards, not as high as what we thought is going to be to 260, because most of us actually wanted to sell there at that level, but it didn't go high enough for us to sell. At that point there, I sold about, I think about 25% of Ethereum, and I'm going to wait and see when it comes right down here to the bottom that I'm going to buy and place some orders there. At this point here, guys, we do expect Ethereum to come down. Again, don't get fixated too much on the price. 150, 160, 119, somewhere in that range. The point is, guys, this is the bottom of the market. Once we get to this point here, you are going to see a very strong breakout upwards. See that point there? And then a drop into this level here. And then Ethereum is the first coin that breaks out upwards, moves up, sideways, and upwards, together perhaps with Bitcoin Cash. And we're going to get into that shortly. So once that break happens, I will let you know. But guys, be sure to attend the live webinar tomorrow. We discuss a lot of things on that live webinar that we can't put in a report. We can't put it in a blog post because many people come and ask questions there. Very great, valuable questions. And everybody can learn a lot. If you are serious about making money, attend the live webinars, guys. They are valuable. Bitcoin Cash, similar to that of Ethereum, like I mentioned, it went sideways upwards. It went into that high point yesterday, it then dropped, and we can see perhaps a little bit more downside. What I would like to see is that this ABC correction, see it's now there, that it just touches maybe below that A, and whether it gets into this level here of 240, because remember, Bitcoin Cash is a very strong coin. Okay, it could go only to about 240. It's a significant drop, but the lowest point that we see is about 178. And this comes from this red algorithm line. You can see it touches there, and then it touches right there, the close of that, and of that candlestick there, and then it comes down. So somewhere in this blue box in that range is the low for Bitcoin Cash. Guys, now EOS, as we mentioned on the live webinars, we mentioned that there could be a little bit lower point of about $3 here for EOS. Expect a bit more downside according to this blue line here, then a breakout upwards, and EOS will be a $100 coin. If you bought here on the top and you still hold it, add to your positions here on the bottom. And remember, guys, this is not financial advice. Let's get into NEO. NEO is one of the most amazing coins at the moment. On tomorrow's webinar, we are going to discuss this big ABC correction that we see happening right here. And guys, that correction, this big drop here, is what is going to propel NEO up to $850. Once we break this $35 level, it's going to jump with $50 lots. Very strong coin, is setting up perfectly to be one of the most amazing coins for 2019. So whether you bought there on the top there, doesn't matter, guys, just add to your positions there, because this $18 level is going to look insignificant once this moves. Don't sell, add to positions, not financial advice. Guys, then we look at Digibyte. One of the greatest coins in the history of the world. The old coin, solid. The trees have been planted years and years ago, and we are going to reap the benefits of cutting these trees, putting it in the sawmill, getting the planks out and selling those planks. Guys, what's going to happen here is that I do believe that we have a little bit more downward momentum here, up to about this red line here. We are going to see a move upwards where it narrows between these dotted lines. See those two red dotted lines? It comes down to a pinch point here, drops a little bit lower, and then it's going to break out also here around about 11 September. Now remember that Ethereum breaks out long before Digibyte and long before XRP. So let's get into XRP quickly. You can see here that on Twitter that I tweeted out probably about a week or 2 weeks ago, and I said, do not buy XRP yet. Look at that, guys. It went down to 23 cents. I do believe that they could perhaps be touching the 23, maybe 21 cents again, where this will actually be at a low point. We are going to see an upwards move here. Now, if you miss the bottom here, it doesn't matter. When you see that high point there where it turns around, that is approximately where Bitcoin will be 18, 19, or 20,000 in that region. $1,000 here, $1,000 there, guys. It doesn't make a difference. In the long scheme of things, everything is going to go up. You just need to be patient. But when it gets to that high point there and then drops to this low point, it will be a double drop. That point there, at that point, is where you add to your positions again. It's going to have a breakout here, like a fake breakout. It's going to drop, and then comes a staggering move. In one day, you're going to see this coin make 100%. In the next day, you can see another 100%. Guys, XRP, get ready for XRP. Let's get back to Bitcoin, and let's have a look at what Bitcoin did here. We expected that Bitcoin, and let me just change, I'm going to move this line just there for a second. From this purple line here, from about 16, 17 July 2019, we expected that Bitcoin would make a loop, come down, go up there. And when it comes to this point here, is that it would actually break out into Y, section Y and section Z. Now remember, X is already complete. We do have to see a Y. Our 53-day algorithm ends here on about 10 September 2019. Now, we do expect a bit of a drop here and then a strong move up. That will take us to $22,000. A little bit more on that on a later stage. But let's focus quickly on this point here. Our expectation was that we should break out here. Now, in all honesty, this high point here is a little bit too high. Remember, we had this red line here, and we said that we expect Bitcoin to go up to this red line and come back and test that red line there and then break out. So what has now happened is that Bitcoin went sideways and it had this drop, at the similar time that cryptocurrencies actually dropped. Could it be that Bitcoin can drop a little bit further? You can see this dotted line here in the middle is stopping Bitcoin from dropping further. But to be honest with you, there's nothing really holding Bitcoin back to drop a little bit further, apart from this little bit of resistance here. See, and that is why I drew that blue box there and said that the lowest point that we do see Bitcoin drop is perhaps down here to 9,180. So it is unfortunate that Bitcoin dropped a little bit lower, but nonetheless, guys, that creates very, very good buying opportunity. If it drops into this level here of 9,000, it's going to go back upwards. This is why I drew this line here. And what we said is it's going to follow. Let me redraw that and actually show you what I see. At this point here, Bitcoin actually dropped downwards. And it could go a little bit further if I look at it now. But let's say if it does, guys, it's going to come back very, very strong and go up into Y. So that will still be Y and it's going to follow that same line and then break up here into that level there of 18, 19 and 20,000. Try to attend the webinars tomorrow. If you're serious about making money, get onto the live webinars. Everything is good in the crypto world. We hope that we get into these lower levels so we can add to our positions here in cryptocurrencies. Thank you very much, guys. I will see you on the live webinars tomorrow morning.